Hey guys, welcome back. Today is a very, very momentous day for me, and it's really the first video on my travel retirement channel. If you watch any of my videos, and I don't have a lot of subscribers, I don't have a lot of viewers, but I try to talk about retirement from the financial aspect of it. Now, I'm not retired, so probably people are thinking, oh, what does this guy know? But you know what I've noticed is a lot of CFPs are not retired either. They have education in it, perhaps, but I wonder how many of them have practiced what they preached, because they're never, they're not 55 or 60. But the reason I'm telling you some of this today is that this channel is about the travel aspect of retirement, the actual fun part of retirement. Now, everybody thinks that retirement is about hanging out on beaches, and sure enough, I'm heading out to places where there are beaches. But it's more than that. I am thinking very hard about what the next steps are for me. And I have all these plans that I'd like to start implementing that don't encompass anything that I've done in my business, in my work. I liked what I did, but it's changed. And there's a YouTuber that has a very successful channel. I asked him that question, and he says the same, that he was working for this as a plant manager, and the business changed. And as we get older, we are much more resistant to change. We're set in our ways. And I have to admit, I'm probably one of the worst offenders of it. But that doesn't mean you yourself can't reinvent yourself. And that's what I want to take you on this journey. This is about traveling. This is about food, about experiences. And, one of the things that I made a video about is dying with zero. And it's not my idea. It's by a guy named Bill Perkins, who is wildly successful as a hedge fund manager. But in his story, or his advice, it's basically just spend all your money to nothing. But that doesn't mean you cannot enjoy the best years of your life. And my feeling on it is that retirement, the best years of your life are really between 55 and I gotta say maybe 67 tops, I think, before you really start to feel it in your bones. And I don't want to miss out on that. I want to do things where I still can feel human, where I can still feel like, like I'm still a guy, a man, right? I see people, older people out there who have retired, and they just seem so frail and tired. And I just don't want to be that. So if you have a chance to retire sooner than later, I think you really got to take those opportunities. And so I want this video to really be the baseline video. I want to use it to compare what happened from this day on July 29, 2025, and then I want to come back to it maybe in 2-3 years and see what happened, what the difference is. Because I'll tell you, if my calculations are correct, maybe I will not be doing this video from my home in New Jersey, but somewhere in my home in Southeast Asia, where I can be doing YouTube with you every other day and bringing you the newest and latest and greatest of what's going on out there, and just bring you along for the ride. Because my reinvention plan, as kind of common as it may sound nowadays, is to do YouTube. I love it. Just talking on the camera doesn't bother me at all. It helps me in many ways, because I've noticed that the quality in my videos is kind of more rambling, if you will. But when we get out to those countries, it's all going to be rambling anyways, because we're going to be journeying around on the streets. So my plan is to do the YouTube thing. I think some people can be successful at it. I'd like to make 2 channels where it's around the financial planning of it, where serious people that need help, they can come to me, because I'm already doing this work anyways. And I'm not going to advise you on what to buy, but I'll help you plan out your, I'll help you plan. And I've got good guys that help me plan right now. They sell me things, which I sometimes find annoying, but they're doing it in a manner that's more for my best interests. And that's called a fiduciary, by the way. But the travel aspect of it too, I mean, that to me is exciting. I think there are many people in this world, especially in the United States, will never get to go to this place that I'm planning to go to. So I want you to watch me. And if you can live vicariously through me, so be it. And I just find this to be a lot of fun. And this is one of the reasons why I'm going to miss maybe the United States. I got 4 of these dudes. Just found out today, my wife picked up 2 kittens, and she works at her own business, and she works very late, and I think she's kind of, how should I say, she's kind of lonely because she's working there all day long, so she's got these 2 little kittens to keep her company. They're so cute though. But man, my house has become like a what do you call those, rescue centers. But I don't know, I digress. If you love cats, and I can go on and on about cats. If you know anything about cats, you should get them. Cats are really amazing animals. In many ways, I think they're spiritual. They are depicted in the Egyptian hieroglyphs, the Babylonian hieroglyphs. They're all in there. And the pharaohs wanted to take their cats with them. I think because they think that the cats came here from another planet, another species. There's a cool, I think it's an Indian proverb, I'm not sure, Hindu proverb or maybe a Thai proverb, but it says, oh no, it's a Hebrew proverb that said that when the Hebrews wanted help to combat the rodents that were eating their grain, they prayed to God, and what God did was he made a lion sneeze, and out came 2 cats. And that's a story of why the cats are so revered, is because they are descendants of the king of the jungle, and they certainly act like it. Anyways, I digress. It's a funny story, but I can go on and on about cats. Maybe I should make a cat channel. But anyways, that's the whole basis of why I wanted to do this video for you. I want to just make sure that we can compare it and just see how it is. So stay with me on the journey. It's all be about travel and food, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. Today I'm going to buy the ticket, and let's just vlog. I'm just going to vlog it along the way. I've got maybe a month or so. Maybe I'm going to go out a bit sooner. I don't know. Hey guys, I'm looking forward to talking to you next time. Peace.